Hi, everyone. I'm here with Matt Willis, and he's with Cornerstone Mortgage. I know I promised Nick Maddock, but unfortunately he had to leave town kind of last minute on us.
Just got a sales rally.
Yes, we're glad you were able to join us today, and we are here to talk about a couple of things. Mortgages. Also wanted to introduce a new program, and this is the Missouri First-Time Home Buyer Savings Account. Little more information about this program. One of our local representatives, Becky Ruth, actually helped to put this in place very recently, and Matt's here to talk a little bit more about that program and to talk about some commonly asked mortgage questions. So, Matt?
Sure. Thanks, Heather. The program's pretty slick in my opinion. So the good part about it is it's strictly first-time home buyers, meaning you do have to have not had home ownership in the past, which is pretty upfront. But what it allows you for is you can actually set up a savings account with any sort of, so bank, an Edward Jones account. You can create a savings account. Single individuals can put up to $1,600 in that account each year. Okay. Couples can actually do up to $3,600 each year. So what you can do is if you're planning on purchasing a home in the future, 2-3 years from now, you can kind of put your eggs, all in a basket. Depending on if you're using an Edward Jones, you can actually make income or, make some sort of a return with that income. And that's actually not taxed. So that's a benefit. Big benefit.
It's a tax-deferred program.
Correct.
That allows you to kind of get that nest egg in order. Yep. And get ready for your first home.
Yeah, and since it's with the state, up to 50% of what you put into the account each year can actually be deducted on your state income taxes. So there's a benefit as that as well. So
fantastic. That's really great. I actually have an HSA, which is a health savings account, and I would assume that's a similar program. Mm-hmm. And if you've ever had an HSA, you might be able to utilize that same lending institution.
Correct.
To open that account as
you
well.
do. The big caveat is you do have to designate the account that you create as your first-time home buyer account. So when you designate it as such, that's what you're going to be using to save those funds for your home purchase.
Great. Perfect. Well, we're looking forward to that. And this is an opportunity for buyers who are considering a purchase maybe in the next 6, 12, or even 24 months.
Yep.
A couple other things, we talk about commonly asked questions when we think about mortgages. What are you coming across these days?
Especially these days right now, we're going through kind of an interesting transition, as you know, with the government being shut down recently and just kind of came back open up until the next vote, which will be on the 15th. But we get a lot of calls from clients just saying, will my VA loan be affected? Will my USDA loan be affected? FHA, because those are all government programs.
Sure.
Right now we are back and running full steam with all programs, but again, there is a vote on the 15th on if the government will be shut down again. So everything's going as planned right now. Even USDA here in the state of Missouri, they're caught back up fairly well. So they're running on about a 5-day turn time with the files that have been submitted to them. So right now, nothing's really affected at the moment, but again, that could change depending on how things go on the 15th. So
sure. Okay. Well, that's good news. We're hoping for a positive outcome.
Yep. Agreed.
And any additional information that you could provide regarding, let's go back to first-time home buyers. Sure. What do we need to think about when we're preparing to purchase a home? What items do we need to get in order?
It depends. So biggest thing you're going to look at is wanting to make sure that you've got your credit where it needs to be. There's a lot of people that think, I've got a low credit score. It's not in the books for me, but as long as you're above a 580, ideally a 620, you're putting yourself in that right spot. Sure. Make sure you've got those funds set aside, which the program we've discussed is a great way to do so. But just focus on saving for your down payment, closing costs, finding a good realtor.
Absolutely. Give me a call. I'm ready. Matt, credit. Real quick, I want to interrupt. So when I'm not ready to purchase a home, but I want to start preparing for that, obviously you can contact a good realtor to direct you to a great lender who can help you prepare for that. Yep. What do you do for borrowers?
So we've got a very deep pipeline of individuals all in that same boat. So what we do is we will pull your credit. We'll review that credit with you pretty thoroughly. We've been doing this, Nick's been doing it since '94. I've been doing it since 2012. So we're very familiar with how credit works and what you can do to put yourself in a great position to purchase whether it's 3, 6, 12 months from now.
Mm-hmm.
So what we'll actually do is give you the recommendations that you need to do to build your credit to where you're at the point that we can qualify you. But not only that is we're going to make it easier to qualify and put you in a position to have a cheaper payment with better credit gets better interest rates. So
Okay.
We push you in the right direction. You just got to kind of take that advice and run with it.
Fantastic. Anything else you can think of we can touch base on?
Mortgage rates this year been pretty flat since the beginning of the year. Last year was kind of tumultuous, a lot of ups and downs, but right now things have been looking good. All things considered, over the past 24 months, we've started to kind of level out. So interest rates are statistically still low, which is a good thing. So it's still a good time to purchase, still a good time to sell as well, even with it being
Absolutely.
the winter. So.
In real estate, we're seeing the market start to pick back up again. Inventory has been a little low, but things are definitely increasing. We're seeing more signs in neighborhoods and open houses on Sunday. This last Sunday, we had a huge turnout with open houses. A lot of open houses all over town. Sellers are finally ready to start getting the home out there and start looking to purchase the home. So if you're thinking about selling your home, keep in mind, buyers are having a difficult time finding the right home, and definitely a good time to go ahead and get ready, get your home put on the market so that so potential buyers can see you, and then you can start looking for that next new home as well.
Agreed. I'd also like to just touch on the mortgage process. A lot of people will always ask, what's the most difficult part of the whole mortgage process? And to me, it's the very beginning upfront part. And if you do it correctly, it's actually a pretty smooth, painless transaction or system. So what you want to do is you just want to pull everything that is required together, everything that your lender is going to need. If you've got all of that compiled, everything that they ask for up front, if you're able to provide those in a pretty timely manner, it's going to be a smooth transaction. It's going to be painless, and you just basically wait that time frame of 21 to 30 days until you get those keys. So.
As we're preparing our taxes and pulling all of our receipts together anyway, it's a great time to start that file for your lender so that he or she can go ahead and get that started. And the Nick Maddock team, you have a lot of people in the office kind of supporting that that team from back end to front end.
Yep.
Pretty much, I think that I choose to work with this team because I can reach them just about 24/7.
Yeah. Yeah, I've gotten texts at 1 o'clock in the morning, and my wife will ask me, who's texting me. But
right.
It's usually a client, and I'm more than happy to, if I'm awake, I'll answer those texts, phone calls.
We
Sunday
prefer
morning.
an email at 1 o'clock in the morning, but
we'll take whatever we can get. So.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us today.
You're
If
welcome.
you do have questions, if you could give a phone number so that
you could call me at any time, text me at any time, 314-606-4198, and then you can call Nick at any time as well. His number's 314-303-4622.
And try not to do it at 1 o'clock in the morning. You're welcome to call me anytime as well, 314-749-8686. We love text, call, email, and of course, feel free to respond to this post and share.
Yeah, inbox us.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
See you later.
Are we doing this on live camera?